Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
Good morning and welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. My name is Tracy and I am the host of the Knitting on the Float podcast. And today there is lots of action happening on the river. We have 3 tugboats bringing a very, very large boom down the river past the house, and I'll just quickly pop over to this side of the camera so I can share with you what is happening on the river. So we've got Tugaway in the lead here, and this is such a large boom that they've actually got 3 tugboats on it. So here's the boom. We then have Logger at one side of the middle, and then Iron Horse is on the middle on the other side. They've just closed the bridge, but that boom goes down to just past the bridge. So lots of logs going by on December 9th. So there we are, give a wave. It's going nice and slowly, so we shouldn't feel too much of this unless the boom gets out of control and the tugs have to do some log management. Today what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some of the things that I brought back with me from England. And I was telling you that I had 3 suitcases, so I had 3 bags full, and it's not quite what it seems. I mean, 3 bags full seems like a lot, but I'll go through and tell you some of the things and show you some of the things that I did purchase while I was in England. But before I do that, my kitchen, after 3 weeks of boys alone, needs a very deep clean. There's something about boys and counters in my house. They don't seem to work very well. Anyway, I'm going to clean the kitchen. I'm going to get dressed. I've been up since 4 this morning. I'm still working on the jet lag, but we'll go inside where it is a lot quieter and chat in a few minutes once the kitchen is clean. Here is a different angle of the booms going down the river. There's a lot of debris in the river today, and I noticed it yesterday as well. Just quickly zoom in a lot so that you can see the very large logs that are brought down the river several times a day, and they are tethered up to the other side, and then different companies use them for different things. We have a company across the river that makes laminate products, I guess like laminate tabletops and countertops, and that is what is shipped down the river every couple of days. And then we've got these large logs. And right here there is a bit of a chunk of a trunk just floating upstream. The tide is coming in right now, which is why it is flowing towards inland. And if you can see very far in the background on the left, right in the middle, there is a barge just under where that train is about to go. So the train is going to go over it right now. There's a barge just there, and that is filled with laminate products. And every couple of nights, a big tugboat comes up the river, tugging about 2 barges full of that laminated wood. I noticed yesterday the leaves are all gone across the river, And this barge is going very, very slowly, which is, not barge, sorry, boom is going very, very slowly, which is a good thing, because when things go too fast, the house moves a little more than we would like. And look at down here. Lots and lots of debris floating upstream today. I mentioned that I came back with 3 suitcases, 3 bags full, which sounds like a lot, but the reason I needed 3 bags was because I bought quite a few weighty items, and a lot of those weighty items were consumable things. So I thought I would share with you some of the things that I brought back from London. And one of the things I did bring back, this is a gift from my mom, and this is from Marks and Spencer, and it is this gorgeous tin. So it's a beautiful reusable tin from Marks and Spencer, and it has biscuits in it. So this is definitely a keeper. Got a little bit dented when it was coming across, but I think it'll all be okay. So I brought that, and this one weighed 380 grams, so not quite a half a kilo, but weighed a little bit, and it took up a little bit of space. I also bought lots of yummy chocolates, so I bought some Terry's orange chocolate bars, as well as some Cadbury things. And Twirls are my absolute favorite chocolate bars, so I bought a few of these, and then I also bought some Flake. One of my neighbors loves Roundtree fruit drops or fruit gums, so I brought him 4 bags of those candies, and I also bought treats for our stockings. So I've got some Roundtree jelly tots, I have some Maynard's wine gums, and then I have these lovely little Marks and Spencer treats. Giant orange buttons are one of them, and they took up a lot of space in the suitcase, plus they weighed quite a bit. So that was where I really needed to watch the suitcases, because we were only able to bring 23 kilograms or 50 pounds back with us, and a lot of that was consumable things, chocolates, candies, and some of those will be given as gifts for Christmas. And as I mentioned, I also bought some treats for my neighbors. But I did bring some very weighty things home. I brought myself 2 jars of honey. So I've got a liquid honey and a creamed honey. And these, even though it's 250 grams, the jar is a little bit more than that. So these are really quite weighty. So I brought those for myself. And then I bought some curds, and I have to tell you, curds weigh. I bought some Marks and Spencer lemon curd. I bought a bottle for myself, or a jar for myself, and I bought a jar for my neighbor. So again, weighty. And then this one looked really interesting. Marks and Spencer clementine curd, a jar for me, a jar for her, and these 6 jars altogether weighed a lot. So they took up quite a good chunk of my weight restriction in my big suitcase. As did this. And this is a Marks and Spencer Christmas cake. It is almost 1 kilogram. It's 907 grams. So about 2 pounds of fruit cake. And I love fruit cake, I really do. And I just couldn't resist. It is iced all the way around, and some of the icing is on the box. I don't mind scraping it off the box and eating it. Anyway, I did bring that home, so I needed an extra suitcase for the weight of that. And other consumables that I purchased some tea. I took it out of the boxes. These were teas that, for the most part, we bought and drank them while we were there, and then if it was a double box, then it had 2 in it. So this one here was Marks and Spencer decaf tea, and that was in a double box. I did, however, buy a couple extra boxes of the Yorkshire tea, the biscuit brew, and the toast and jam blend. This one was hard to find, and then I have an opened Yorkshire tea bedtime brew, so I really like that one. So I brought some tea home from just the regular grocery store, but then I also went to Bird and Blend, and I had shown you this. I had bought this mulled cider, and these are bags, but then I went back and I bought a smaller container. This is 0.05 kilograms, and this is violet cream. I hope I like it. We'll see. This one is dark chocolate covered violets with vanilla notes, and it's Sri Lankan black tea, cocoa nibs, mallow flowers, and flavoring, and has medium caffeine. It is a loose leaf tea, so I picked that up. And then the other tea, I know I love this one. This is Bonfire Toffee. It's a lovely black tea that has a really nice sort of burnt flavor to it, and I know this one is yummy. I've had it before. So smoky black tea with caramel and apple. So I picked up those, and all of that food weighs a lot. But the nice thing about consumables is they're nice gifts to give because they're a nice treat, but they don't take up a lot of space once they are gone, other than in your tummy. Anyway, so I bought lots of consumables for friends and family. But I did buy a couple of things that were more like a long-term type of thing. I did buy some kitschy things at the airport. I bought myself this adorable keychain, and I saw this, and I thought it was the only one actually. It's very lightweight, and then I bought Nathaniel a bus. His beads are blue, red, and white. And then Isaac got a Royal Guard, and so lightweight. I'm going to put probably the male key on this one. And then when I was 16, my mom took me to England, and I had bought this keychain, but unfortunately someone stole my keys out of my coat pocket many, many years ago. And it was a wonderful round keychain, and it was the Underground logo, and it just said Underground across it. And yes, it was stolen, and I've never seen anything quite like it. And this was about as close as I could get. So the other one was metal backing, nice heavy duty with a black rim, and then it was like a tiled, like a metal tiled facing, so really durable, but unfortunately, as I said, it was stolen. So I picked this one up because that was something I always really, really loved, and was very sad when my keys were stolen. Anyway, so picked that up, and I also got this. This is just a doggy bag dispenser. And I got this when we were walking to Windsor. It has like little crowns on it. I bought one for my neighbors as well for when we go for our dog walk. And the doggy bags come out here. And I love the fact that this clip is metal, and this is like a neoprene, so should be a really great thing to be able to pop on the leash or on your coat, my coat, when I am out walking Scout. So something kind of fun to remember my trip and all the walking that I did then. And then another sort of, this is I guess sort of consumable. I bought this ribbon from Marks and Spencer. It was £4, and I think it was 30% off as well. And I just thought that would be really nice to put on Christmas gifts this year. So something a little different. And then my really fun kitschy thing that I bought was this Mind the Gap metal sign plate. I just thought it would be really fun to put on the float house because the float house is not attached to the dock. There's a gap, so mind the gap makes perfect sense to me as far as I can tell. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to affix it to the house or put it in a window, but I thought that would be a lot of fun. Now I did buy a couple of other things. I bought socks for the boys, and they got a couple little, I bought a couple little Lego things for them, and my mom bought them something from Lego. Just small, very London-centric items from Hamleys. So yes, I did buy a little bit of kitsch, and I will use those though. I like keychains, and I think that sign will be a lot of fun. But for the most part, I did buy consumable items, although I did buy socks for the boys. I bought them some nice lamb's wool socks from Marks & Spencer. And then I bought myself a couple of nice things too. So there was a store called Daniel's in Windsor, and when I was there, I saw this and I thought it was brilliant. And if you've been with me for a while, you know I love my Rendale designs. And they had this wonderful egg cup and platter in the Rendale designs, and of course the little duck is perfect for the float house. I was able to pick up one of these. I did see more when I was at John Lewis down in London around Oxford Street, but I decided I only needed one, and I just thought this was absolutely such a brilliant idea, and it will get a lot of use because I do like a soft boiled egg. So I purchased that for myself, and that'll be a nice reminder of my time to London. The last time I went to London, I bought my first Rendale Designs mug, and that one is the lovely little hedgehog. And then I was at Loop. So I did share that I had gone to Loop. Thing is, I may have gone twice. So the first time I went, I picked up this gorgeous Dreaming of Butterflies wrap kit. And Dreaming of Butterflies, the wrap is a design by Dee Hardwick. She just came out with a book as well. I looked at the book, but I decided not to buy the book. It's filled with beautiful color work designs. And even though I live in a float house, I'm really not the best with my floats, but I really wanted to take on the challenge of this wrap, which will involve the color work. And the butterfly section is done in this gorgeous pink and orange, and then the sort of patterned section, I want to say like a checkerboard, but it's not quite like a checkerboard. In this one here, this is the marmalade kit, is done in white and black. And the first time I saw it, I thought, oh, I love that. And before I went to London, I knew they were going to be coming out with these kits. I thought that would be something that I might like to buy. And the kit also came with this gorgeous bag. There's a blue butterfly on one side and then a pink butterfly on the other. And the pattern is also in this kit. This is John Arbin yarns, and it's the knit by number, so it is British wool, spun in Britain, dyed in Britain. So definitely a wonderful souvenir to bring home. And then I got back and started wondering, did I get the right color? Because yeah, that's what you do sometimes. So we went back, and I may have purchased the Rose Madder kit as well, because if you've tuned in before, you know that I love pink and green. And this one was a beautiful pink and brown for the butterflies. And then there's a dark sage and a light sage for the little checkered section. Hello, Nathaniel.
Hello.
Nathaniel's home for lunch. And then it came with the bag as well. So I just shared with you the blue side of the bag. This is the pink side of the bag. And when you doubt yourself, sometimes you just need to get both kits. And again, John Arbon yarn is British wool, so, and they're beautiful colors. Even if I only do one of the wraps, it's still pretty good. The other yarns that I got, what are you having for lunch? Cereal?
Yeah.
What is that? The berries?
Yeah. I'm putting berries in cereal.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the other thing that I got were these lovely villains, and I have some from the Knitting Loft in Toronto, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have these colors, and I loved these colors. And then I got some Saju metallic thread in copper. The gold and silver were all, actually I think this might be bronze. It's either bronze or copper. Anyway, the other three colors were sold out. I think I got the last one of these. And I've gone and dropped my little villain. Anyway, I picked that up. So yeah, I may have purchased a couple of things that weren't consumable, but for the most part, consumable items. Anyway, I'm gonna just make sure this guy gets his lunch, and then I will be back to say goodbye in a few moments. For those of you who are new to Knitting on the Float, this is my youngest Nathaniel, and last night he was in Shrek the Musical. He played the Big Bad Wolf, and want to show off what I brought you back from England? His keychain is the London bus. And why did I buy you that?
Because I like the London transportation system.
He likes the London transportation system a lot. Do you have them all memorized, all the lines?
No.
No? So if I pulled out my knitting, you wouldn't be able to remember them?
Knitting? Don't you mean that?
If I pulled out my Mind the Gap yarn with I don't have a lot of colors on this one. Would you be able to name any of those lines? Do you remember any of them?
No.
No?
I need a map to remember them.
They come back to you. Anyway, this is the keychain I got for Nathaniel. Isn't it adorable? Thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 9 today. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of the little treats that I brought back with me in my 3 bags full, and boy, were they full. Lots of consumables. As I said, I've given a few of them already as gifts. Some will be closer to Christmas, and then my lovely things from Loop. I'll probably be working on those for a while, because even though I live on the float, I'm not the best with floats. But you know what? I'm going to work on it. I am wishing you a wonderful day 9 of Vlogmas, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 10. For the epilogue today, I'm going to share something from yesterday. Nathaniel was in Shrek the Musical at his school, and when he came home, he was full makeup, and he was just too cute not to share.
In excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo.
It is December 8th today, and today is Nathaniel's show. He is the Big Bad Wolf. He's still got his makeup on. Let me see it. You look so cute. We saw it this afternoon. Oh, you're too cute. Wearing your granny dress tonight? Later on tonight? I could hear you singing. It was lovely. Anyway, this is Nathaniel's costume. He's being silly. He keeps peeking up because he wants you to, oh, there's your underwear. Look, everybody sees your underwear. You keep peeking up because I know you love that makeup.
No, I don't.
Oh, you look great. For the big bad wolf looks great.
Mm-hmm.